Welcome back, guys, to the Andrew Delich podcast, episode number 37. Guys, normally I do an introduction for my guests, but this guest, he needs no introduction. With more than 300,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, the name speaks for itself. Simon Mindflip.
Yo, what's good, guys? What's up, ça va bien, man?
Ça va bien, toi, bro?
Yes, bro, I'm doing great.
So, guys, me and him, we speak English and French. We're from Gatineau. But since he's done many podcasts, because he's a big rapper here, he told me, Andre, let's do it in English. I have a huge fan base in English. I said, my man, whatever you want, your wish is my command.
So English is gonna be then.
It's gonna be in English, my man. So I like to start off smooth, get to know my guests. Yes. So simply, what was your childhood like?
Damn, my childhood was great. I mean, I had two super caring and loving parents. You know, my dad was in the military. My mom was a nurse. So she obviously loved to take care of people. My dad was like just great leader and super positive. So, I mean, I've traveled a lot too, just because he was military, right? So I did 3 elementary schools. So my childhood kind of like led me to being able to adapt to different situation. You know, like 3 elementary school is a lot. You know, you change your friendship and your squad like 3 times during elementary school. It was pretty much it was a lot, but it was great. And yeah, a lot of love and a lot of traveling, pretty much.
Yeah. I sometimes I do part-time moving. I help people move, and mostly it's military, like you just said, and they move around a lot, and it's mostly paid by the government. But yes, it's surprising that for your background and your childhood, for you to become a rapper.
Yeah.
Right, a little bit?
Yeah.
Because let's say in general now, I don't know your dad, maybe, I don't know him, but in general, military people, military men are more like strict. You know, go to school, do this, do that.
Yeah, that's true. But like my dad really never was like that because I was born with Tourette, right? So until I was 15 years old, my Tourette was kind of strong. So my parents were like, oh, it's going to be harder for him to do this and do that and to comply with different things. And I also had ADD and stuff like that. So, but like, I'm thankful that after puberty, like the Tourette started really coming down. So now I barely have no tics, you know? So, but all that aside, it's really like my dad just wanted me to be happy. It was like, I don't care if he works if he works at Walmart, if he works, like I just want my kid to be happy basically. And my mom was really just caring of me wanting to be happy. But my sister went to the military college. She's in the Navy and she's actually on duty right now for 6 months on a Navy ship.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my sister. Yeah.
Want to shout out her name maybe?
Yeah, Emily.
Emily, shout out Emily.
Yeah.
So you said you were diagnosed with Tourette.
Yeah.
Are you born with it?
Yes, you're born with it. But they noticed that I was around like 6 years old, I'd say. Mm-hmm. I used to go like this in my head all the time.
Yeah.
It started when I had my skateboard helmet on and I would like always do this and I was making those sounds and stuff. And then I got diagnosed. So yeah.
Would you maybe like to explain, like maybe what is Tourette? Maybe people randomly say a word.
It can be a word. It can be a sound. You know, there's like that common thinking that people are swearing or saying bad words, but that's really just maybe 15% of the people who have Tourette. You know.
Yeah. So would you say you had maybe a rough childhood?
I wouldn't say it was rough because, like I said, my parents were loving and caring. But I did say I had some mental like barriers because, like, all kids at first they didn't know what I had, and everyone was like, "Shut up, Simon!" And people were like kind of like putting me down a little bit in elementary school. And since I was also changing a lot of different places, it was kind of like hard for me to cope with it. So it did affected my like subconscious self-esteem and what I thought life was gonna be harder for me. You know.
Of course.
And I just wanted not to mess up. You know, so that's kind of like what was hard until I get to a point in my life where I started like reading books and stuff about like growth, law of attraction, and mental like capacity, where I kind of realized that I was just made different. It was no disability. Like it's a disability on paper, but now as I look at it, I mean, I run my own label, I do my own finance, like things are going super great, and I was even able to graduate off of like a business in Cégep and stuff like that. So like I became good at school once I realized that like you're only limited by what you the things that you impose yourself, basically.
Yourself, of course. Yeah. So also because you changed schools a lot, and it can be really hard for kids, anyone in general, a child who's completely healthy on paper, it can be very hard for him. But on top of that, you add something like ADD or Tourette syndrome, it can be even harder. Yeah. But like you said, I know when we met on our boat trip, you said you want to talk a lot about philosophy. And by looking at your Instagram and everything, I see you're very inspirational. towards other people. You very want to be motivational towards others. You have very deep quotes, deep way of thinking. And I think maybe it comes from having a more unique childhood.
I think it has to do with the fact that I had to overcome the fact that I thought I was limited. To then go into a different mindset completely, and like I create my own reality and I can do anything, you know. It really started like, I mean, I even at some point they tested medication on me for Tourette, and the psychiatrist sent me to a mental institution like for like 2 weeks for me. Like that was the goal, right? To be there for about 2 weeks, where I would go there to school instead of the elementary school in Gatineau. We're talking about Pierre Janet, like this.
Pierre Janet, I know. I have friends who work there.
I lasted a day, and then they realized like I was not like messed up enough to be there. Like I don't want to say anything bad about anything that's there, but I've spoke to some other kids there that were like, you don't want to see me go psycho and stuff. And then I came back home and I was like, Mom, like I don't belong there. And then the psychiatrist was like, yeah, we made a mistakes. Like we just wanted to be close to him to like test his medication, but obviously it's not a place well suited for Simon. We got to bring him back to like, so they made a mistake, you know, but it was kind of like weird for a kid in elementary school to be put in a wrongly placed in a mental institution and then brought back. I was like, what the fuck? And all my friends were like, we're happy that you came back to the actually elementary school. That was fucked. But yeah, so they made an error on that one.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not crazy. Well,
no. Well, like you said, you went from, like I had a guess also, you're the same. You went from one extreme to another.
Exactly.
You went from, in your mind, exactly thinking that maybe nothing is impossible for you because of your diagnosis, to going, bro, right now you're living the dream of millions of kids.
I know.
Making money out of rap.
I know.
Rap
crazy.
right now is huge. You're a celebrity, bro. You're a celebrity. Like, I'm honest, you're a celebrity.
In the making.
But still now you're a celebrity, bro. And you'll become even more and more. And the fact that you went from one extreme to another, it's a little bit like Eminem. You know, I know he grew up really hard. His mom was very abusive. Dad wasn't there, and many other things. And also how you said that they wrongfully placed you at Pierre Janet.
Yeah.
They have to be maybe a bit more careful because, yeah, they made a mistake. But when someone's 8 years old, I remember when I was 8 years old, when my dad screamed at me.
It's intense, yeah.
It's like you're lost. Now my dad screams at me. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With respect,
it's
my dad.
It's like they didn't wrong place me in the way that they were like this, where we think you belong. It's really just like, we want to try and bring Simon here for 2 weeks in this school inside Pierre Janet's mental institution because we want to test Tourette medication on him and see the response. They just wanted me to be close to the psychiatrist. But the problem is that I was surrounded by mentally ill kids, you know, which is like not the right place for a non-mentally ill kid, you know.
Of course, because I have friends who work at Pierre Janet as security, and they tell me, Andre, you can't believe how crazy it must be, because I'm very curious. So I asked them, like, how is it actually? Is it like in the movies, you know, blah, blah? He's like, actually, there are some really crazy people here in Gatineau, right, where we live, just we don't realize because we don't think about it. But yeah, so right now, having been diagnosed with all of that, when did you start rapping?
Damn, like I never thought I was going to be a rapper in my life. It never even was like a thing to me. Like I love the rap music. I love every genre of music, you know. And then it's really like after high school, my parents got posted in Germany for because my dad had to work for NATO there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and see. I'm just going to go there, you know, because I mean, I had an opportunity
and
to
how
try.
old are you? 17,
18?
18,
from 18 and 19.
Yeah.
And then I was just like in this moment where I had to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, because I had just finished high school, and then I did some some enhanced mathematics at the adult school because I wanted to open more doors, because I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then so I went there, and then I started diving into those like law of attraction thing, and then I started doing guided meditation. And then I woke up one morning and I just wrote a rap song, and I recorded it off of my laptop speaker just like that. Like I listened to the beat, I rapped like one bar, I listened to the beat, rap one bar, and then I exported it. I showed it to a friend of mine, and he showed it to some other friends of mine. My friends were listening to it in the car, and I didn't even know what a mix was or anything. It just happened to sound good in GarageBand with the male speech effect I had clicked on, and then people were like, yo, that's actually good. And then I started rapping. So prior to that, as a kid, like during high school, at around like 13, I started doing maybe 12 or 13. I started the b-boying. So I did breakdancing for about 4 years. So that's my first influence to hip hop. I always loved like b-boy stuff, but I never thought of me as a rapper, like, ever. And then so around 19, I wanted to do music because of that, but I could still not believe that was gonna be my life, you know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and study marketing or business and something like that in Cégep, which is what I did, you know. And then in Cégep, I made some more songs, and then I deleted all my songs. And after Cégep, I went to start studying economics, and then in Montreal, because I wanted to do some stock trading and stuff like that. Stock trading. Because all I knew.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, all that. Funny enough, I'm diving into stocks right now. Like, it's coming back. It's creeping up on me, which is good. But yeah, so I was like, there's no way like I'm gonna make it in music and stuff. But only because it was like almost impossible. You know, the odds
very
were
hard. Very
so
hard.
is the stock market. But like, the thing is that I wanted to have a free lifestyle where I make my own schedule and I'm free. Basically, I just wanted to be free and wealthy.
Financial freedom.
Yeah, exactly. So then what happened is that right before I went into economics, I had 1 month trip of camping with some friend of mine. We went out west, and then I meditated there. We did some freestyle around the fire and everything. And when I came back, I started making beats in my dorm at the university in economics, and I lasted 2 weeks, and I was like, fuck that, I need to pursue this music thing. And then I went to do like a music program for mixing and music industry and stuff like that. And then I worked jobs for like 5 years. I worked delivery jobs and stuff like that. I had quit university to work delivery jobs, man, because I believed in this music thing, because now it was like, no, this music thing is really like, I can really do it. And then it took a couple of years, and then Run My Shit just blew up, and then I was able to quit my job. That was maybe 3 years ago, something like that.
Now you're 26, 27?
I'm 31. I'm 31, yeah.
Well, okay, I thought I saw somewhere you're like 97.
No, 93.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay, you look younger, man. Good for you.
Thanks.
Keep yourself in shape.
I have to, man. I have to.
Yeah. So I know how you said that in the beginning, you're like most people who turn 18, 19, they're a little bit lost in life. Yeah. Like, you know, pressure's creeping up on you. You have to do something, right? You're not 15, 16. You can't just ride your bike all day long and do nothing.
No.
Of course, 18, 19, adult life is starting to creep up, responsibilities. And then you went for, let's say, a little bit more safer route. You thought about, you know, school, economics, going to Wall Street. But that trip that you went on with your friend.
Right before university, that like, I was like, oh my God, man, this music, there's something special. I gotta do something.
But that one trip literally changed your life completely.
Yeah.
So do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
I do. Well, I think it did change my life, but I had already started wanting to be serious in music, but not as much, not as like I want to make a career out of it. And I think that what happened is like, when you travel, you open up your mind to like a different perspective, you feel different ways, and then when you come back from that trip, if it's a long enough trip, you kind of bring back these new perception, and then you're able to apply them to your current lifestyle. And then it's like, wow, there's so many other possibilities that I couldn't see. Now I can see like this where I used to see like that, you know. And then that's when I was like, fuck it, like I'm doing this music thing, like it's happening. And then it ended up working. So
good for you. So that was completely your passion.
Yeah.
And I traveled a lot. And I agree 100% on what you said, that when you travel, it's like you open your new visions, like a new vision of life, new perception. It's like somehow you unlock new parts of you. Yeah. And you discover new parts of you that you didn't even know existed. So I really think that one trip, because even that, before you said that you started doing rap a little bit, you were a b-boy, you like the hip-hop genre, the hip-hop lifestyle, but you never saw yourself as a rapper.
No, because like in high school, I never wrote a rap. It was just never a thing for me to rap. It was breakdancing. It was a b-boy. You know,
and also
and parkour kid.
And also, normally artists, generally, they have a very, not traumatic to say, but very hard childhood, which somehow makes them a better artist. I think I realized this in many artists, that most of them have like a really hard life, which somehow makes them more expressive. They have something to say. They have a message.
Yeah, I think it can happen a lot too with people that had a rough childhood. I think it has to do with life experience. Like now, whether your life experience are positive or negative, you know, it's your music is only gonna be as good as your life experience because you kind of vomit your energies. You kind of like where you vomit your emotions that you've picked up in different life situations, you know. So these emotions can be bad, it can be rough, but there needs to be a big variety of ways of perceiving, feeling, and understanding the world to be able to produce and to create great music, I think. So that's why you need to live.
Because rap is basically rhythm and poetry.
Yeah.
And poetry is basically expressing yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why I never understood. You know how many rappers nowadays, big or small, famous or not famous, many of them lie in their lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gang banging at the age of 12. At the age of 12, he was actually a good student.
Yeah.
So I always find it weird because in my head, rap was always literally something deep inside that you have to say. But then I'm like, how can he lie so much and then make music out of it, express himself, when rapping is actually...
I think the same too. I don't understand why some people are lying, but it's like, it's the industry. Some people, like, they make it look like they had like this rough gang bang time about like teenage area and like young adult like into gangs, and then they were not about that life, but then they signed with the label and the people in the marketing, they're like, oh, like you should affiliate with these people so then it looks like you're like that, and then you can confirm this, like, but that's like you were never really it. You're just trying to like be a part of something to be socially accepted as life. I had something rough or anything like that. It works for some artists, but I just would not feel comfortable like faking my whole life. It's just,
of course, especially for me, making art is the opposite of wanting to be socially accepted. Making art is because you weren't socially accepted and you don't give a fuck anymore, in a way. It's like Pablo Picasso. When he painted stuff, everyone inside was like, he's so weird. Like no one understood him. But that's what artists are. In a way, to the mass, they are weird in a way, right? Because only they can see what they're painting or what they're writing or what they're rapping or whatever. So that's why I find it weird when rappers want like get this fake lifestyle, because they feel like I need to be a gangbanger to become famous. But you, when I listen to your raps, to your lyrics, you don't talk about slapping a hoe. You don't talk about this.
No.
You have a completely different lifestyle, and it's working completely good for you and for many other rappers.
yeah, because there's other people who relates to other lifestyle, right? Not everyone had and quite frankly, like as much as it is really impressive to see someone that comes from from the slums and like really like become like a gazillionaire and make it like, but it's like we've seen this story a gazillion time too. You know, at first it was like, oh, it's amazing. Someone starts from like the hood and becomes like big and stuff like that. But we've seen it so many times, you know, it still is impressive. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, those people don't have the chances that most of people have, like, you know, and they still make it through and make something crazy, like grandiose out of it, which is beautiful. But yeah, I think that to the mass and to the audience, it's not the only thing that they're looking for. I mean, they've already heard this narrative. They're interested in other real stories that other people lived, you know?
So would you say that you believe that anyone that has a passion for rap could start rapping and eventually maybe make something out of it, no matter their background? Or
See, I used to believe that, like, because there's a part of me who believes anyone can do anything, you know? And I kind of believe that it's the right way to think. But I also think that music is not given to everyone. And I kind of did not want to believe that. But sometimes I'm like, I think there's some brains that are more musical than others. And maybe it's just because of the influence they had as a kid. You know, if your dad used to play guitar and sing to you at the same time and stuff like this, your subconscious is going to be more musical, obviously, you know, and things like that. That probably helped me a lot, you know, but like, maybe some people just don't have that music so much. Just like, I know some friends that they can't even clap on a beat. So like, as much as he would like to be a rapper, like, I mean, he could do like that Blueface type rap and rap off beat, maybe, I don't know. But like, honestly, musically, maybe not everyone is suited, you know? Just like my body's not suited for powerlifting. I mean, as much as like would want to shoot some steroids and stuff, that power, like, I don't want to, but like, I don't have the bone structure to become a power lifter. Like,
of course, I think exactly the same. I think that in a way you should always follow your passions, but I feel like we're all born better at some things than on other things. Like I could never be a scientist. Like Einstein never. I don't care about it. But when you explain to me basic science, I don't understand shit. So I know I couldn't do it. And I know how before, because my parents are from Yugoslavia generally. I'm originally, I mean. And before it was communism over there. And how it worked is you don't do what you want. You do what you're good at. So let's say in Serbia, soccer was the most popular sport. Everyone wanted to play soccer. So you try for soccer. If you're not good, the coach is going to tell you, you're going to go play basketball. You're going to go play volleyball. You're going to go play whatever. But you're not going to play soccer because you can't play soccer. So in a way, I'm a head-on capitalist. I don't want to talk too much about politics. But some things are good from communism, which implies that we're all made for something. And I'm a very religious person. And I believe like we all have our pursue in life. We all have our destiny. And we just have to work hard and maybe take off those mental barriers that you, a very successful person, had, but now took them off. So
you kind of believe that the path is kind of like already written. You just don't want to get you just don't want to interfere that God path with your.
That's the thing, because I'm religious, but it's like I'm mixed on that. I'm not sure if I don't believe that a path's already written, like from A to Z, because I feel like you have to do stuff, like you have to go and put in the work and figure out. But in a way, I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. You could do multiple things, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was bodybuilder, movie actor, politician, like 3 completely different stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was always mixed on that, you know.
Maybe you find it different things in which he was good, you know? Or like maybe he was really great at communication, which is related to acting, which is related to politics, which is like, so when you have a strength that goes into different sectors, you can just like push it and then build on that strength in different sectors, you know? That's, I think makes sense because...
Well, that makes sense because in a way, everything's connected in a way. So if you're a good orator, you will be good in politics. Yeah. You will be good as a leader, you'll be good in acting maybe, right? So I think that makes sense because in a way it's all connected.
And it's crazy because I'm thinking about the part that's like, I love the fact that we need to believe that everything is possible, and if we want to do it, you can obviously do it, and as long as you don't quit, it's gonna happen. If you have a natural talent at something, you must think that way and pursue it. 100%. But the dangerous part is, what if you don't? And you start believing like these things, because sometimes I believe like people, there's some person who wants to become an artist, maybe not for the right reason, maybe just because they want a status of being an artist. Exactly. So they don't really love it enough. So then they would put everything, and they will be like, no, it's gonna happen. I'm made for this, but there may be like, it all has to do with the relationship you have with yourself. Like how honest are you with yourself? Like how transparent are you with yourself? The reason why you want to do something. And if everything is aligned within yourself, and then you're like, that's really what I want to do. That's really me. Like my intuition is telling me, then you want to push and tell yourself that there's nothing that's going to stop you. But you want to make sure that you get those things straight before, because if not, you might end up in a place where even if you're successful, you're not going to enjoy it. Or maybe you're going to be, and then maybe you're going to be pushing in a direction that you don't have natural talent in, you know? So it's...
How many people do you know, not personally, but had everything, success, money, fame, looks, whatever, and they end up killing themselves. They have this very depressive life. So, and I know one question, I think I heard it somewhere, someone said, is if you want to know what your passion is, ask yourself this: if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your days?
Yeah.
So you have all the money in the world. You can't have more money. You have all the money.
Yeah.
But you have to do something with your days, right?
Yeah.
So
what would you do?
What would you do? That's your passion.
Yeah.
So because I feel like many people want to be rappers, right? But 99% of them, they want to be rappers. Why? So I'm rich. So I'm famous. So all the women love me. So I have the status. So I can skip the line in a nightclub. So but when it comes to actually rapping and
do you like it? Yeah. That's like the Jack Harlow songs he said. Like there's a whole song he made about that,
which one?
I don't remember what the name was, but it was like because they don't like it or because they don't love it or something like that.
Yeah,
he would talk about that. That was the whole subject of the song, and he said he would say at every like 3 or 4 bars because they don't love it or something like that. But yeah, it has to be made out of love. I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because I think that if your main drive and your main goal is because of money and fame for something like rapping or whatever, you'll never get there.
Or you'll get there, you're not gonna be happy because you won't like the rap.
And at the end, you'll just like regret it, and you won't be what you thought it was because.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that probably did that and then they just switch into another industry afterwards and they still got. It's crazy. It's like everything's relative and there's so many different like exceptions, but I would say that like on average, yes.
Yeah. So I know you say you do a lot of meditation.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot. I used to do a lot more. Now I'm doing a little less, but like, you know, I'm trying to get back. I'm gonna get back at it.
Could you help me out? My parents always tell me do meditation.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how, bro.
Find guided meditations that suit you. You know, like you just go on YouTube and you're trying to start with guided meditation before you meditate yourself. It's easier to meditate off of like a guided meditation with a voice and a nice instrumental in the background. And then after that, you can go and do it yourself because it takes a lot of practice. It's like, it's hard to explain, and I wouldn't be the best person to explain you meditation. I'm able to access meditation myself, but I wouldn't be like able to explain to you how to get inside of that mental state exactly, you know, because it's different for everyone.
Yeah, of course. And it's basically meditation, like getting in touch with your intuition.
Yes, well, it's a side effect of meditation because when you meditate, you're trying to like push away all that noise. And you're trying to be as present as you can and just like push away all that noise and all the thoughts that come in. You don't want to judge them thoughts or analyze them thoughts or categorize them thoughts. You just want to see them coming as passing by as clouds. And then just trying to connect to your energy. And to me, I just trying to connect to that, like either like a beam of light that comes from the sky that goes to my head or just like the center of my body and it just or my legs, feel the energy of my legs. And then when you become in a calm state, where everything that used to stress you out is not stressing you out anymore. And then you're just like feeling at peace. And that's when you can access better intuition, you know, because it's easy to mistake intuition from impulsive action and impulsive thoughts when something happens, you know, like, oh, I had like an impulse. I had to do this, but maybe it was not a clear intuition that came from like your subconscious or higher spiritual guidance. Maybe it was just like an ego pattern repeating itself, you know, like a gambler who gambles, you know, he's gonna like, oh, I felt I have to put it there, but it was not really his intuition. It was that like ego pattern of trying to get back his money that he was stuck in, you know, which is, for example, the big thing that differentiates the great stock traders from the bad one of the big things, you know, like differentiation between the intuition and like impulsiveness emotion, which is different, but
and all of that could be attained through meditation.
It can help a lot, you know, it can help a lot, and also through discipline and through self-honesty. Like that was impulsive, that was not my intuition, you know.
I think that's the hardest thing, self-honesty, being honest with yourself.
Yeah,
thing, because Elon Musk also once said that even he's guilty of this, is having fake thoughts about yourself, which you're not being honest for whatever reason, because you don't want to hurt your ego, or you don't want to see the reality of something because you think it will really hurt you deeply enough. But having the capacity to self-analyze yourself in a way and to tell yourself the truth constantly, I think that's it is near impossible. Maybe the biggest life skill you could have.
Yeah, yes, 100%. It's going to be so good for growth, for personal growth and growth in your career and everything, because so many times the ego is going to get in a place of success and growth. You know,
that's what people don't realize. People realize that maybe if you put your ego first, it's going to help you for growth and success.
It's not.
When it's actually the opposite. And coming from a guy like you, that reinforces my statement even more. That you agree with it. And
well, you don't want to suppress your ego either, right? It has to be balanced, because your ego is your sense of self too, right? So it has to be healthy. But like if you're lying to yourself just to satisfy your ego because you cannot accept that either you were wrong or either that was a mistake or that you were not honest with yourself, that's like you getting in the way of your own self, of your own success, you know? So we don't want that.
Of course, and especially in today's age where there's more and more narcissists. So it's even harder to self-criticize yourself, because in a way, maybe it's the way they grew up. Their parents always telling them, "Oh no, when you do something bad, instead of telling them you shouldn't have done that, don't do that again."
Yeah.
They just say, "No, it's okay." But then they grow up with this fake sense of entitlement that they can do whatever they want, and
and then that does not work out in the real world.
it doesn't work for anyone,
Yeah.
for the other person, not even for yourself.
And for the overthinkers too, right? You don't want to also over criticize yourself, because that can be a dangerous
Very dangerous.
thing also, right? It's all about balance, man. Life is like working on it's like walking on the funambule. I don't know you call those things on like
Funambule.
like you know those things that they have in the circus
maybe?
and they walk on it.
No.
Like it's about keeping your balance. Yeah.
Of course, I agree 100%. So now for the rapping aspect. So when did you release your song "Run My Shit," which made you capable of leaving your 9-to-5 job of delivering?
I think it was about 3 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Felt great, man.
I could only imagine.
I
Man.
was delivering water for Flow Water. Job was nice. I mean, I was super happy because I was delivering water and I was writing songs at the same time. So I was still getting paid and making music.
Yeah.
So I was
in a way you were.
pretty happy, yeah.
That's true.
Honestly, it was great. But
And now with all that success coming in from that song, did you have many haters?
Not really, man.
Really?
I'm surprised on how
You're surprised.
like, but everyone like
Where the haters at?
I had some online mostly, but like maybe 1% of the interactions I've had. So I've had some, and like, but really it's not considerable. I don't know why. I mean, the people that hate on me, they don't know me. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Or you're doing something that they wish they could do, or they want to do, but you're just simply doing it, and they don't even know you.
Or maybe I'm saying something that they don't want to accept, you know, because they're lying to themselves about something, and I'm shoving the truth in their face, and they're like, no, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But there's really not that many of these people.
Yeah, and for the few that you did get, how would you deal with them, and how would you tell other people to deal with haters when someone tries to bring you down?
It's not really hard. You just want to avoid it. You just want to say, this person doesn't know me, and I don't value this person's opinion. I find it personally harder to deal with criticism from people I respect than from haters, because someone I respect, then it's like if they say, oh, I would have maybe changed that, I'm like, fuck, then I can be like, because I value this person's opinion, so maybe they're right, maybe I need to look at this, but after all, it's my music, so I need to be the one who chooses, right? If there's someone in my team that tells me something, I found that was harder for me than to deal with some random guy that hates on me. Like, I don't care what you think about me, like I don't even value your opinion, like I don't care, you know how and you're a hater, so
you know how they say, don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like what you said. When someone hates on you that you don't even know them, or you wouldn't even take advice from them, you're like, well, it doesn't affect me. But when it's someone you respect because they accomplish a lot, or they have something that is worth respecting, then you're like, fuck, man, that criticism hit me deeper.
But then you gotta know, is that person hating or criticism, or is it a criticism, right? And if it's hate, then for me it's not hard, because I'm just like, it doesn't come from a place of enlightenment, so I don't have to take it in consideration. Yeah. But if I feel like it comes from a place of enlightenment, that's when I'm like, oh, maybe I was wrong, and then it's more like of a mental, like, puzzle to understand if I need to keep going in that direction for that small like thing in the project that I wanted, or I should incorporate what other people are thinking. Sometimes it can be another producer I'm working with, and some producers sometimes told me like, oh, like, I think that's a great verse, but I think you can do better. I was like, oh, fuck. That means something, you know, coming from a multi-platinum producers you respect. But then you do it, and then your verse is even better. And then they're like, now that's a banger. And then you're like, I grew from that, you know? Yeah. So that's what I thought was the hardest to learn from, because I actually valued his opinion. But now I find it to be enlightening, you know? So it's
well, it's hard sometimes to know when it's criticism, when it's constructive criticism, and when it's hate. I think maybe the difference is when it's constructive criticism, they give you in a way advice somehow. Like they say, let's say, oh, I don't like your jeans, random. You should maybe wear jeans that are tighter.
Yeah.
So maybe that I feel like would be more like constructive criticism.
Even there, sometimes it comes from a place of jealousy or hate. Like they tell you to do this just because like they want to have an edge on you and stuff.
Yeah.
So again, that's like differentiation between like impulsiveness of action and intuition calling. You know, it's like a thin line, and it's hard to. Those are the hard thing to know. You know, it's hard to know what's going on in someone else's mind.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we can be wrong about it. So,
because it's not 2 + 2 = 4. It's not mathematics.
Exactly.
It's human interactions, which is basically impossible to know.
yeah. Well, if you think it comes from a place of alignment, you want to take it into consideration, but you still want to be the one who chooses at the end.
Because it's your life.
Because it's your life. And yeah, that's about it.
And then you said that the reason you didn't see yourself become a rapper when you were younger is because you weren't writing.
There's just it didn't even cross my mind.
Right. So
I was playing drums though. I was drumming as a
in
kid,
music.
playing djembe and stuff.
Okay. So
But
you had the sense of rhythm always.
Yeah, and my dad was playing guitar too and singing songs, like, but not writing songs, but singing like Québécois classic songs.
Yeah, like.
But no, like pianos. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a banger right there. You heard the remix of that one?
No.
It's crazy, man. Les Zigazons Zinzon remix. Crazy.
Remix? A DJ or someone singing?
DJ remix, man.
Really?
It's crazy, man.
Gotta
It's
check
like
it out.
house music.
Yeah.
Oh, I put it on loop at Saint Jean Baptiste.
I put it on loop. Okay, so for someone like you, could you explain to us what your writing process looks like?
Oh, interesting. All right. It's really different from a song to another, you know. Sometimes I just go in the studio and then we kick a hook, and I start with a melody. We write just like the melody, and then I write the lyrics, and then we record that. Sometimes I'm just walking for the verse. For the most part, I'm walking in the street or on my longboard. So sometimes you'll see me longboarding across the city, just vibing, or driving my car too. Sometimes I'm windows down. So I love to be in movement. I feel like I'm in a state of flow. And if I'm like bugging on a line and running in circle, I just move to a different location, and then it kind of like jumpstart my brain again, and I can get back in a state of flow, because the state of flow is when you're creating. Yeah.
And for people who don't know, state of flow is when something, like I heard a guy who trains MMA, Firas Zehab, he trained GSP, he's one of the greatest. He said, you always want to be in a state of flow for whatever you're doing. State of flow, which is basically in the middle. Because when something is too hard, you're going to give up, it's too boring. Like, it's too hard for you, it's above your competency. But when it's too easy, it becomes boring.
Yeah.
So you want to find the perfect balance of how hard it is and how easy it is.
That
so
enables you to flow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You said it better. So you a bit answer my next question is, do you treat rap like a 9-to-5 job or more like a instinct job?
A bit of both, honestly. At first it was 100% instinct, and then when you start getting shows, when you start getting a team around you, like a management, a booking agent and stuff, you need to also work on their schedule, you know? And then also most of my friends are doing 9-to-5. Even my friends who work at their own their own rate and do their own thing, they still work between 9-to-5, because buyers come from 9-to-5 and think most of the time. So then if I want to be able to hang out with my friends at night, I tend to try to work during the day. But when it's summertime, it's different. And that's why sometimes I'm on the river on the boat with my friends, because I have some friends who are entrepreneur, you know, and then sometimes they're like, today I'm just gonna work fun. I'm just gonna have fun. And then I go, same for me.
Let's get it, yeah.
So it's a bit of both.
So you're really into a balanced lifestyle, because you said that sometimes you're going to say, okay, I got to finish this verse or whatever so I can have fun with my friends.
Yeah.
So you don't believe in extremes. Like some people would say, fuck my friends, fuck everything, I'm just on rap.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy because I'm actually in extremes a lot in my thought process. Like that's one of my like biggest thing. Like I'm it's always black or white a lot of times. But my lifestyle overall, yes, is pretty well balanced. That's funny. I haven't thought of it that way. It's true, because sometimes it's my manager's always like, it's not only black or white time, and I'm like, no, it's trash. This is not gonna happen. And then they change one little thing in the mix on the song, and I'm like, that's a banger. That song's, and it's like pretty much no one would have recognized the difference, you know? And then it's like I have to work on building a gray zone, you know. It's not, and even my girlfriend tells me like I'm like that, like I'm an extremist a little bit. But funnily enough, my lifestyle overall is quite balanced. Yes,
because you told me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Would you say that you're a perfectionist?
It depends. I'm a lazy perfectionist because I'm perfectionist a lot in my music. Like sometimes like I'm gonna ask for like version 30 of a song, like it's crazy, it never stops. And then for other things in my life, I'm not perfectionist at all. So it really depends. I pick and choose perfectionist, so I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist overall. I'm mostly lazy.
Yeah.
But that's good because I'm trying to get the most efficiency out of everything I do without having to put the most energy, because making music takes a lot of energy. I want to keep all my
mental energy.
But it gives you energy at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It takes and it gives.
It's funny. I think it's when you're passionate about something, it takes all your energy, but it gives you the most energy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
like, it doesn't make sense. I interviewed an MMA fighter recently, and he said, when I go to the gym and I kill myself, after that I feel so good.
Yeah.
But in a way, you're using all your energy during that workout, but after that, you're like, life's amazing. Like, let's go see my kids. Let's go blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's because you give energy in something you love and it kind of bounce back and double.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Where you place your energy, you get back.
Yeah. So you said you're a lazy perfectionist.
Yeah.
And one thing about lazy people, I'm a lazy person. I would consider myself a lazy person. One thing, I think Bill Gates said it, or Jeff Bezos, he said, I'm always trying to find a lazy person to hire for a job because they're always going to find an easy way to do something.
Yeah.
And I think that's so true because let's say at school, I hate school. So let's say for school, I'm going to be less of a perfectionist. I'm going to care a bit less. I just want to get my grades passed and that's it. So I'm going to find AI tools which are going to help me write my dissertation, right? Or I'm going to, there's study based. Study based is you basically pay someone to do your work. Yeah. That's like the extreme lazy, but you still have to pay. So talking about AI, do you think, because I interviewed a guy, Jay Drouin, shout out Jay Drouin, and he's into AI, and we talked a lot about AI and everything, how it in the future will affect our lives, help us potentially positive or negatively. Yeah. I was wondering, do you see AI play a big role in the rap game?
Maybe for other rappers.
Not for you?
Writing songs is the process I enjoy the most. So honestly, I wouldn't want to use AI. I use AI for stuff like when I ask questions about like the different things I'm learning in the stock market, for example. When it has to do for like music, I'm not really trying to, like, not at all, because
like get out of my way.
No, because that's like I don't. First, I want to be in front of the computer, and I want to like. Well, I could use my phone. That's true, but like I wanted to feel from. I think that I've always believed that what makes my music special, and the reason why it's working, is because there's like a bigger source of energy entity that is like with me, and then using AI would be like I'm not getting the energy from the source anymore, so it would make no sense to use it. But are other artists gonna benefit from it and use it? Probably yes.
So my next question is, for someone, I love rap, listening to rap. Writing rap, I'll never do that in my life. I don't care about it, but I love listening to rap. And now, for people like me, how often do these big name rappers use ghostwriters?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
A lot.
Really?
I think a lot.
Fuck, man, I don't like hearing that.
I think a lot, man. I think a lot of times there's also people just starting up with a melody, and then they take the melody, and then vice versa. And then sometimes people write them their words. Like, yeah.
And what's your opinion on people using ghostwriters?
I mean, in the music aside of hip hop, have been like that for almost all time. You know, a lot of time we had like just performers like Celine Dion's and people just writing them lyrics. But in the rap, like since everyone could rap, they used to say, right? The thing was that, do you have a nice pen? Can you actually write nice lyrics? So to be honest, when I listen to music, it's just, do I love the music or not? After that, who redistributed their work? Who, like, is it the main human that did the work or not? I'm not really gonna care so much as long as I love the song. But yes, I'm gonna not think that the rapper is as good as I used to thought he was, because I'm like, oh, he's not the jack of all trade who I thought he was. He's not like co-helping the producers to do the record and writing the melody and writing this. He's, I guess, just being the image, but maybe he's really great at being the image. You know, some people are really just great at being the image. But if I love this song, I'm not gonna be like, I don't listen to this song because
the song's good.
He didn't write it, you know, unless it's a diss song, because then it kills the purpose. If it's a diss song, you didn't write it, then I can't really listen to it, because then it's like the purpose of this song is that it's not just a song to feel life and just like vibe.
So for you, when you see a rapper using ghostwriters, your perception of him changes more than you stop listening to his songs because the song is good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna be as interested in listening to his interviews, for example.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time you're like, oh, that's interesting. This point of view that this artist had in this song. So let me try to watch one of his interview to see what he brings up to the mic, And then if he's not writing a song, it's not him.
Yeah.
He's just speaking to the cover, to the envelope. So it's like, it kills like the other dimension. But
of course. So and like you said that anyone can rap. That's like what's known.
Well, it's because.
Like,
technically, yes.
Do you need a good, because if you want to be Justin Bieber, a pop singer, whatever, Celine Dion, you need to have a beautiful voice.
Not everyone can sing. It takes a lot of skill to sing. You can do a trash rap easily.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be a great rapper, but anyone can rap. Yes.
Yeah. And like Chris Brown once said, someone asked him, why is it frowned upon when rappers use ghostwriters, but when R&B singers use ghostwriters, they're not frowned upon? And he said, because not anyone can sing.
True.
And to be an R&B singer, you have to have a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
But to be a rapper, so anyone with any type of voice could basically be a rapper.
Yeah, but what you just said was true back in the days more than nowadays, because nowadays they can auto-tune and melodyne the shit out of those R&B singers, So and now almost everyone can, but yeah.
Have a beautiful voice in a way.
Maybe not beautiful, but like they're still not going to necessarily be singing with proper technique, but it's like singing, you need to like sing with a proper technique, you need to hit a note. Rapping is just you're following the tempo and saying a rhyme, but some rappers are not really rhyming all the time, and some rappers are not even on the tempo anymore. So at this point, it's like anyone can be a rapper. Like if Blueface can be a rapper, like he doesn't rap on the beat.
Okay, he's that bad?
He doesn't rap on the beat.
Okay, I don't know. Like
he doesn't rap.
I know one of his songs, "Buzz Down Tariana," and I don't even listen to his songs, and not even that song.
I think what he has a lot is he has a lot of swag. So he puts everything in the swag, and I guess it's part of his brand. He's so nonchalant and swaggy that he doesn't even care being on the beat, So at this point, you just took out you have to be on a beat to be a rapper. So if you don't have to be on a beat to be a rapper, and you don't necessarily have to rhyme at this point, like anyone can be a rapper, Of course. It just depends. You need to bring some type of unique flavor to it.
Yeah.
Like he did. Like
I guess that's what it is. And what'd you say now? Because I don't know if you saw recently, there was a rapper who got shot, right? Who got shot and killed.
Where?
In the States.
Who get shot and killed all the time.
Yeah, I know. So that brings my question is, do you believe that the rap game now, with all the drug overdoses and the killings, has become way too dangerous, and maybe you should change a little bit his direction?
I'd say it's not the rapper's fault. I'd say it's the audience fault. If the people want to listen to that and that's what they're sharing, they're the one who choose the artist. It's like when people blame the politician and stuff. Like, well, you guys voted for him. Fuck.
He's just who he is.
You guys are voting for him. Maybe he misleaded you guys through his campaign, but you guys still voted for him at this point. So it's like,
so this is one debate I always had with my friends, okay? In my head, this is how I see it. Who the best rapper is the one who sold the most.
Oh, the best rapper?
That's how I see it.
It's different. I'd say that's the most selling artist.
Okay.
The most lucrative artist and the best rapper. Like the best rapper is going to be subjective because it depends on taste.
Exactly. But the other one is objective.
Yeah.
Like who sold the most?
Yes.
So in a way, I always said to my friends, I'm like, well, who sold the most? Well, he's the best then, because it's not
it's not the one who sell the most. It's not because of him only. It's the team he has around. It's the marketing. It's everything around the machine of just the song he's making. So you can sell a lot and not necessarily have the best product too.
Of course. So now we all know that rap came from the African American culture, right? So what are your thoughts on people, not everyone, but some people say that, maybe white people shouldn't rap.
Yeah. Well,
culture appropriation, they say, right?
Well, I don't really believe that rappers have to be a certain type of color. That I think that what is beautiful with music is that it's a universal language that unites people, right? So trying to put limitation into a universal language and trying to own music, like a genre of music, when your music can help other people grow, like I've had some black people messaging me saying that my music helped them grow and going some through rough times, you know. So at this point, like it wouldn't make sense to stop making music just because there's other people that say I'm appropriating their music if I'm actually also helping other people, you know. So
Of course.
yeah, that's my point of view on it.
How I see it is exactly the same. For me, culture appropriation, in a way, I never liked it because how I see it is every culture appropriates from other cultures. We're all, at the end, we're all humans, right?
Yeah.
So if a guy who invented rap, I don't know who it is, if he happened to be a black American, well, he inspired millions of people across the world who aren't black American. But if they make good music, you make good music.
Because then if you do this with culture, you're going to do this with sports and everything.
Do it with everyone.
Like,
so the one who
what
invented...
if it's a white guy who created basketball?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to say that it would be a cultural appropriation you know, so.
Exactly. So it's like soccer was invented by English people. So only English people can play soccer. I mean, like, that's how I see it. So now, after getting all this attention, all this fame, all this success, and it's not like you got success, let's say, from business or whatever. You got success from rapping, which is, you're seen cooler than business people. You know what I mean? You're seen as cool. Do you get more attention from ladies, from females?
Definitely, but I'm in a relationship, so I've been with my girlfriend for about 5 years, you know, and she was with me when I was delivering water and stuff, you know, so she was there for the right reasons.
She's a day one.
Yeah, exactly, you know, because then, you know, it's not superficial, it's not, you know,
It's
I
not
was
just
making
because
$20 an hour and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not because, he's famous now, I want to be with him. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because then it would be harder to see, like, who's there for the right and the wrong reason, you know?
Yeah.
And I love her, you know, so, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be rapid fire questions.
Yes. Shoot it.
Perfect. Top 10 rappers of all time.
Oh, Rakim, Nas, AZ, Notorious Big, Tupac, Kanye West, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I think I said all my favorite rappers. 50 Cent. Yes, and I one missing.
One more.
Who's the top? The other one I listen to a lot. I believe that Ludacris doesn't get enough.
Ludacris, top 10?
I believe he doesn't get enough.
Why?
I just think he's amazing with the cadence and like the melodic pattern in his rhyme. Like I would have said Nate Dogg, but Nate Dogg is more like a singer, you know.
And when you said the 10, was it in order or was it just like, these are my top 10?
These are my top 10. There's not an order.
Perfect.
Not in order.
Favorite rapper of all time?
Favorite rapper in all time? Woo! That's hard to say, man.
Like, let's say, okay, let me change the question a little bit. You can only listen to one rapper for the rest of your life.
Oh my God.
Even worse, huh?
It's going to be easier because there's a rapper that has... Then it would have to be between AZ and 50 Cent. Because I got so many songs from 50 Cent in my cell phone. So many songs from AZ.
Were you there at the Blues Fest when he performed?
No.
I was crazy, man.
Yeah, I saw him at Metro because I played the same day, the same stage. So I just stayed after.
Really? And did you meet with him?
No, I did not.
No.
Meet with him,
Did you meet with Florida? I know you opened for Florida, yeah?
Yeah.
How was he?
It was nice.
Nice guy, yeah?
Yes.
Sure. Favorite non-rap artist?
Coldplay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
I love Coldplay and Ben Boomer. Ben Boomer, he's like a German music producer.
Ben Boomer,
Yeah.
like Metro Boomin a little bit.
No,
Boomer. I mean the name.
No, it's written in German. Boomer. It's like Ben Boomer. Like, it's really great.
Did you meet him because you grew up in Germany for 1 year?
No.
Just random.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite genre of music except rap?
Whatever music, house music.
House music, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of house music.
Okay. Now, if you have to say one, who's a GOAT rapper?
Rakim.
Rakim, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rapper that influenced you the most?
AZ. Super underground rappers.
Yeah, I don't even know him, and I know rap a lot, but I don't know. Is he American?
Yeah, he's from New York. He made that song "Life's a Bitch" with Nas.
Oh,
He's like the one that has this perfect rhyme patterns.
Yeah.
What influenced me the most, it would have to be a cross between AZ and Nate Dogg.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would be your dream collab?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
K-Dot. Do you think he won against Drake?
Of course.
Respect. We're Canadian, but K-Dot won.
Yeah.
Right, he won. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, dream big.
Okay. Same state of mind that I have right now. Feeling good, feeling healthy. So just about like 100 times more money, and 100 times more streams, and 100 times more fans, and 100 times and like more people at the show.
Yeah. But I like how you went with health first.
Yeah.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Do you believe that health is wealth?
100%. And
My guy.
and this
I always
music
say that.
thing can get
Always.
like it's more stressful than a regular job because everything has to do with like how the people are gonna perceive you and everything, you know. And it's good that I've learned to deal with it, and I'm feeling good with it, you know, and stuff. So I'm not like worried. But like that's the thing. The more it comes, the more it can be like overwhelming, you know. So I just want to be able to keep the same mental state that I have right now and just make it 10 like 100 times bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for
I think
me,
it's possible.
of course, for me, health is number one. Like I always tell myself, if we woke up healthy, you're beyond great. You're beyond blessed in life. Beyond blessed.
100%.
So whenever I wake up healthy, I just remember like whenever I want to complain, which happens. You know, sometimes, oh fuck, why is this happening to me? Blah blah. I'm like, I have my health. The rest, I'll work hard for it. I'll do my best. I'm a very religious person. I always believe I'll work my best. I'll go chase my dreams. But as long as I have health, I'll accept everything that comes to me, and I'll work as hard as I can.
Yeah, and especially and like I know some people that are gonna listen to us might don't have this like a luxury that we have here in Canada, but we got amazing tap water. You know, we can just get water.
Just
right
that we don't even realize.
And that's crazy. You can just open the sink. Sometimes, like you just realize there's people who have to walk kilometers and kilometers just to get water, and the water is not even clean. You know, and we just open up the sink like that. It shouldn't even be legal almost at this point, you know.
Yeah. We open it and then we forget. We go somewhere.
It's as if there's liquid gold coming
Yeah.
out, and then you just drink it. And when you drink it, I imagine like a beautiful lake out west, you know, near the ice, the
Ice mountains.
the
Whatever.
ice mountains, and I'm just like, oh my god, man, I have access to this. It's amazing. And sometimes it's just a small thing, and you realize that wow,
Yeah.
this is
And like you said, by traveling, it opens your horizons.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons. Because if you travel to, let's say, Africa, and you see with your own eyes kids that are 8 years old who don't have water. Well, they have water, but they have to walk, like I said, kilometers, or they have to do all this extra stuff just for something that we have so easily.
yeah.
That's when you can become more grateful. And I believe that gratitude brings you more in life.
Yeah,
The
of
more
course.
grateful you are, the more you'll get.
Of course. And what's crazy is those people in those countries sometimes are even more grateful than we are here.
That's
and there's
fucked
less
up.
suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because then when you're on survival mode, your instinct is always on like, I need to get something. And then when there's like a moment where you filled up your stomach, you can just like vibe to it. But when you're in no overconsumption, like a society, and it's always more, it's easy to just like forget about all these things and then just start to get all twisted in the mind.
Yeah.
And like, because
I think it's the you know the tableau of Maslow.
yes.
So when you,
Pyramid of Maslow, yeah.
I think in Western societies we're at the top. We're like wanting to find yourself and better yourself. And then with jealousy, we can always compare ourselves to other people, especially now with social media.
Yeah.
You can go on social media and see a guy who's younger than you, richer than you, more famous than you. His girlfriend is better looking than yours. He's better look, like everything more than you. Then if you compare with all of these extremes, then that's where you can become depressive and, like you said, more suicide here than in all these poor countries.
Yes, because we have time to worry about things. When you're in
That they
survival
don't.
mode and you're looking for food, you don't have time to worry. Like I'm pretty like I don't know if they did experiments, but I'd be curious to see if someone that has suicidal thoughts and depression, if you put him on an island and he has to survive, if his depression just kicks away because he gets on survival mode.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I need to get some food. I need to get this, and then just the body doesn't, your brain doesn't even think about my life sucks. I want to escape.
I don't have a Lamborghini.
It's like I need to get some food, and then the instinct kicks in, and instinct sometimes is stronger than our own mental reflection, you know. So
Yeah, I think that's 100%. So,
But I'm not a psychiatrist. Bro. I'm just putting this on ice, you know. Like
We're
I'm
not.
curious to see the experiment, but you know.
I believe that also a lot because when you're in survival mode and when you're feeding for things that actually matter, like getting food to survive, basically just survive. You don't give a fuck of, do I have a Lamborghini or a Toyota? I don't give a fuck. I gotta eat food right now. I'm gonna die.
Now, yes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let yourself.
Favorite rap song of all time?
Woo. I believe it has to be "City of Gods" from AZ.
Really?
Yeah.
I should listen to it. City of Gods,
What?
AZ.
Yeah.
Listen to it, guys.
Yes. Super underground. Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Favorite rap album of all time?
Oh. I'm not an album guy. I'm a song guy but it has to be either Illmatic or Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah,
There's
50
so many
Cent.
bangers on that album.
That's true. I think the entire album, it's in 2002 that he released it, 2003.
So yeah.
Bro, I think every song is like crazy.
Yeah. It's so many good songs.
Yeah, that was his year, like for 50 Cent. Crazy. Favorite female rapper?
Who's my favorite female rapper? I don't really listen to female rapper that much. I listen to a lot of female singers, but somehow, I don't know. I never came across.
Favorite female singer then?
Oh,
Céline Dion.
no, that would have to be Rihanna.
Rihanna.
But Rihanna's almost a rapper too.
Hip hop, yeah.
Rihanna's so good, man.
Yeah, you love her?
There's so much swag, beautiful voice, beautiful melody. Harmonies are insane. It's like, and it gives me, like, I would say even my favorite rapper, I would say Rihanna. She's a rapper and a singer. And
Really?
everything. Because nowadays rappers, they don't really rap, they sing with autotune. So yeah, she's an R&B, like hip hop, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, Rihanna.
Would you consider Drake a rapper or more of a hip hop star?
Both,
Mm.
depending on the song.
Okay.
He's a pop star, hip hop star, and rapper.
Okay, yeah.
He does it all.
Because I did it, I was speaking with my friend Dorado, I think you know him, and he told me, he's like, oh, Drake's not a rapper. I'm like, bro, he is. I always had this debate with my friends if he's a pop star or rapper. I said he's both. When he sings Hotline Bling, pop star. When he sings I Got Enemies, got a lot of enemies, rapper.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Celebrity crush.
Ana de Armas.
Oh, yeah, brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's new.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, she's newly famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now word association. So I tell you a name, and you say the first word that comes to your mind.
Oh.
Eminem.
Oh, please stand up.
Lil Wayne.
Money Gang.
Tupac.
Heart.
B.I.G.
Money. Sex.
Money and
He
sex.
always talks about sex.
Nas.
Consciousness.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Industry.
Kanye.
Oh, creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drake.
Influence.
Bro, yeah, do you think he's top 5 of all time?
He's not in my top 5 for all.
No? Okay.
Well, and our overall artist, yes. And rapper for me, no.
Okay.
Because it's different. He's really great. Like, he has like a nice like artist image and brand and everything, and like he expressed himself well. He looks like a super nice guy. That he's definitely in that top 5 for like the all combined things. Yeah. But like a rapper, it's
not top 5, huh?
but
J.
he's great,
Cole.
though. Oh, Flavor. Yeah.
K. Dot.
I don't know who K Dot is.
Kendrick.
Oh, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh, Kendrick's psychologic.
Yeah. Who do you think is better, J. Cole or K. Dot? Kendrick.
I think it's really they're so different, man.
Yeah.
They're not the same type of rapper. They're not the same.
Yeah, you couldn't compare them.
It really depends on the mood. Yeah, I really like them both.
Yeah. Little Baby.
I put J. Cole in my top 10, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Okay.
and Kendrick also.
Yeah, Kendrick and J. Cole, they're the best rapper that are currently alive right now.
Really?
Them and AZ.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement right there. Better than Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, yes. J. Cole, yes.
Yeah. Lil Baby.
Bling.
Bling. Nah, I want to see what you're gonna say for this one. Future.
Codeine.
50 Cent.
Oh. Fierce.
21 Savage.
The first thing that comes to me to in the mind is like it's like an animal, like a squirrel or something. I don't know.
A squirrel? Sure, yeah. Anima.
Figures.
Huh? Figures.
The first word that comes to my head is figures.
Figures. Dr. Dre.
Oh, legendary.
Snoop Dogg.
Mellow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I thought you were gonna say
smooth, wavy.
Metro Boomin.
Great producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super dope.
Travis Scott.
Auto-tune.
A lot, huh?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj.
Stripper pole.
Hey guys, we love Nicki Minaj. This is for jokes only. Please don't cancel
Yeah, but
us.
it's the first word that came into my head.
Of course, don't worry. I'm just joking.
It's gonna be this exact same answer if you ask for Cardi B.
Cardi B had the same.
Same answer.
I don't like really Cardi B.
I don't really hear the
I prefer Nicki Minaj a little bit because I think Cardi B is a bit more. It's a bit too like dirty street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Cardi B.
Yeah, I think they're both a little bit.
Yeah. Last one, ASAP Rocky.
Oh, I like ASAP. So what comes in my Night Vibe is the first thing that comes.
Night Vibe.
Yeah.
And he's with Rihanna.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, see, he knows where good music is at.
Okay, so this is the last segment. So I'm gonna say 2 names of 2 girls.
Yeah.
And you choose between the 2, and then I take another one, and then just add it until at the end we find the perfect match. Dua Lipa or Saweetie?
Dua Lipa, I don't know who the other one is.
Okay. Dua Lipa or Lotto?
I don't know who Lotto is.
Dua Lipa or Jenna Ortega?
I can't put a face on Jonah.
Really? Okay. Dua Lipa or Iggy Azalea?
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa or Margot Robbie?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie? That's my celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
Margot Robbie or Prime Angelina Jolie?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Do you know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah, no, I don't.
No?
I'm not. I don't know what's the hype. Every guys are like, whoa.
Yeah, same here. I mean, she just has big tits.
I don't find her attractive.
Yeah.
I think she's a great actress, though.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one. So you said, okay, Margot Robbie or Rihanna?
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Really? Okay. I thought you really liked Rihanna, or is it more
music a lot.
music? Oh, okay. Margot Robbie or Ariana Grande?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie or she'll maybe hear this. Claude Etienne.
I don't know who's that.
Oh, really?
That is not-
She's an influencer from Montreal.
I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. Margot Robbie or Kendall Jenner?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie or Kim K?
Oh no, Margot
Kim Kardashian.
Robbie. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie or Kylie Jenner?
Margot Robbie.
We have the same celebrity.
Yes, I mean.
Wait, Margot Robbie or Ana de Armas?
Oh. I'll have to clone myself.
Yeah? You take one, I'll take the other. That was it, guys. Thanks for being on, Simon.
Yeah.
Mindflip.
We finished like that?
Finish like that.
Damn.
Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see each other next episode for Under Deluxe podcast number 38.
Yes.
Thanks for being here, man. Peace.